Autism is a group of complex disorders of brain development. 1 in 68 children are affected by autism spectrum disorder. Autism affects mainly social interaction, communication, both verbal and nonverbal, and behaviors and interests. Autism ranges from mild to very severe. There is no medical test to diagnose it and no cure to treat it. Autism is like a fingerprint, unique to each individual. On the autism spectrum, there are three main forms. Asperger's is the mildest form of autism spectrum disorder. Pervasive developmental disorder is more severe than Asperger's. And childhood disintegrating disorder, which is the rarest and most severe form of autism.
Individuals who fall under the autism spectrum disorder have difficulty in social interactions, communication, and behavior. They have difficulty maintaining and establishing eye contact. They aren't very expressive with their facial features. They have difficulty understanding other people's feelings. It's hard for them to remain engaged in conversation. They often repeat words or sounds, and it's called echolalia. They have difficulty understanding and responding to humor, and they are focused on their self-needs rather than others. They like to focus on a specific part or piece of an item, example, buttons on a shirt. They do require routine. It's very important for them. Transitions are very difficult.
The next few clips are examples of behaviors of someone with Asperger's disorder.
Yes?
I'm Leonard Hofstetter. I called you about the apartment. You said to
I
come
know
by.
what I said. I know what you said. I know what my mother said on March 5th, 1992.
Oh, really? Are you familiar with the Drake equation?
The one that estimates the odds of making contact with extraterrestrials by calculating the product of an increasingly restrictive series of fractional values, such as those stars with planets, and those planets likely to develop life. N equals R times FP times NE times FL times FI times FC times L.
Yeah, that one.
Have a seat. No, that's where I sit.
What's the difference?
This seat is ideally located, both in relation to the heat source in the winter and a cross breeze in the summer. It also faces the television at a direct angle, allowing me to immerse myself in entertainment or gameplay without being subjected to conversation. As a result, I've placed it in a state of eternal dibs.
Who do we love?
Penny?
Who do we love?
Penny?
Who do we love?
Penny?
Here is an example of someone with Asperger's who doesn't understand sarcasm.
My whole life.
Was that sarcasm?
No.
Was that sarcasm?
Yes.
Was that sarcasm?
Stop it! What are you doing?
Every Saturday since we've lived in this apartment, I have awakened at 6:15, poured myself a bowl of cereal, added a quarter cup of 2% milk, sat on this end of this couch, turned on BBC America, and watched Doctor Who.
And he's still sleeping.
Every Saturday since we've lived in this apartment, I've awakened at 6:15, poured myself a bowl of cereal.
These next clips show examples of behaviors of someone with a more severe form of autism where the person may need constant supervision.
This clip introduces us to Raymond Babbitt, also known as Rain Man. Raymond has a more severe form of autism. He also has something called savant syndrome. Savant syndrome is defined as someone with a mental disability such as autism spectrum disorder, but they have a special ability in a particular area. For example, calculations, memory, art, and music. They could be a prodigy. Less than 10% of people with autism have savant syndrome.
G, God's sake, William Marsh, God's sake.
You memorized G.
Yeah, G.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
G, half a G.
In these clips, watch the rocking motion Raymond exhibits. Most of the time, these motions are self-comforting.
We hungry?
Yeah, Tuesday we have pancakes.
Pancakes? Well,
Yeah.
that sounds good. We'll get some pancakes.
Maple syrup.
Yeah, you bet your butt.
Bet your butt. Uh-oh.
We got pancakes.
Uh-oh. Of course,
What is this, Ray?
Of course, I don't have my toothpicks.
No, you don't need toothpicks. I was okay in the hotel last night with the pizza, but in a restaurant, you need a fork.
Of course, I don't have my toothpicks.
You don't need toothpicks, Ray. Pancakes keep sliding off. You need a fork.
I don't have my maple syrup either. I'm gonna be without my maple syrup and my toothpicks.
You don't see any pancakes, do you, Ray?
Of course, Thomas maple syrup is not here.
Ray, when we order the pancakes, they're gonna bring the maple syrup.
Maple syrup's supposed to be
Again,
on the
routine
table
is a
before the
huge
pancakes.
part of Ray's daily life.
We haven't ordered it, Ray.
Routines introduce order and predictability to an autistic person that in turn helps them relieve some stress and
If we're gonna be
anxiety.
here the entire morning with no maple syrup and no toothpicks, I'm definitely not gonna have my pancakes with ow,
Don't make a scene.
ow.
Stop acting like a fucking retard.
Hypersensitivity to pain is a hallmark symptom of autism spectrum disorder, but it's also important to note that up to half of people with autism have a hyposensitivity to pain. So it's very important to watch for self-injury. This clip is a good example of someone with savant syndrome being excellent at calculations.
How many toothpicks, Ray?
250.
Pretty close. Come on, let's go, Ray.
246.
There's 4 left in the box.
Literal or concrete thinking is common for a person with autism. They only see a piece of the puzzle, for example, wheels instead of the whole car. This can lead to poor communication with other
Definitely not
people,
wearing my underwear.
and caretakers of those with autism
My underwear.
need to be direct and literal to avoid confusion.
What's the difference?
These are Hanes
Underwear is
32.
underwear.
These are Hanes 32. But my boxer shorts have my name and it says Rain.
Well, all right. When we pass the store, we'll pick you up a pair of boxer shorts.
I get my boxer shorts at Kmart, Cincinnati.
We're not going back to Cincinnati. We just don't even start with that.
400 Oak Street.
We're not going back to Cincinnati. You don't have to go to Cincinnati to pick up boxer shorts.
That's Oak and Burnett in Cincinnati.
What did I say?
It's Kmart.
You hear me. I know you hear me.
My boxer shorts have
Don't
my
fool me with this shit for a second.
Yours are too tight.
Ray, did you fucking hear what I said? Shut up!
Cincinnati's a long
Raymond
way off.
Babbitt has a more severe form of
Getting further away from
autism than
Kmart.
Asperger's,
You don't have
and
to
he
go
would
to
be
Cincinnati
considered
to get a
lower
pair of underwear at
functioning.
Kmart.
You have to go to
So, as a
Kmart,
healthcare
400
provider,
Oak
it's
Street.
really
What I tell you, Ray,
important
we are not
that we
going to
watch
Cincinnati, that's
for
fine.
families under stress
Raymond, that
and
is fine.
caregiver
Do you
role
hear me?
strain to protect both the family and the patient.
Ma! What difference does it make? What difference does it make where you buy underwear? What difference does it make? Underwear is underwear. It is underwear wherever you buy it. In Cincinnati or wherever.
Kmart.
You know what I think?
Kmart.
You know what I think, Ray? I think this autism is a bunch of shit. Because you can't tell me that you're not in there somewhere.
Boxer shorts. Boxer shorts at Kmart. These are Hanes 32. Mine
Driving me crazy.
are boxer shorts.
We're gonna have to make a little stop. Find a psychiatrist.
Open Burnett shorts. You have to buy them at Kmart. Open Burnett. You have to buy them back. Uh-oh. Put your shorts on the highway. You have to go back to Cincinnati. Kmart.
Here are some interventions when caring for someone who fall under the autism spectrum disorder.
It is important to assess a baseline, ask family what's normal behavior, watch for family stress, keep a routine, and watch for signs and symptoms of depression of the person with autism disorder.
It is also important to use your clinical judgment.
To learn more about autism, go to autismspeaks.org.